Hey, what's up everybody? Thank you for clicking on the video. My name is David Pendleton, and now I'm going to cover the Heroes of Rock tournament. This is going to be pro front 9 holes walkthrough final round. So first of all, congrats for making it this far. I know this was a very tough tournament when it comes to, high scores. Plenty of people out there shooting minus 27s, minus 28s that didn't make the cut. That's really unfortunate, but if you made it, congrats. Here we are. Please subscribe. Please hit the thumbs up if you like my stuff. And also, if you have the ability, if I've done a good job for you so far, and you'd like to donate and support to my channel, the link to my PayPal is in the comments section below. That would be super sweet. Let's go on to hole number 1. Hole number 1, I'm going to show you 2 clubs on the drive, okay? 2 clubs on the drive. I do use a lot of practice tokens. So here's a practice, Berserker. And then I'll also do an extra mile and an APOC drive just to show you what's possible. 10% at max. And then we're going to push up 5 to 10 yards. And you're also going to notice the spins here. So you're going to see that 6.5 mile wind. Okay, so keep in mind that with the Berserker, we're going to get somewhere between 6 and 8. So 6.5 is on the low scale. That's why you see me go here with, almost 2 bars of top spin. The 2 bars of side spin will always stay the same. If you get like 8 mile per hour wind, you might want to only go with like 1.2, 1.5 bars of top spin, something like that. And then here, you're going to notice I'm going to push up quite a bit of yards because, again, only 6.5 mile per hour wind. That's on the low. So we went to the plus 24. I'm going to push it all the way back up to max. Here I am going with full overpower and a lot of curl, especially for the extra mile here. And I hit a really nasty great left, but you're going to see this shot is still just fine. I mean, this is a great area to get ourselves into. We have a very, very easy chip-in shot towards the pin, which I'll show you after this APOC drive. So, you can do that shot with an extra mile 6, 7, 8, 9. It doesn't matter. You can do this shot with the, APOC 4, 5, 6. Hopefully if you're playing pro, you've at least got an APOC, 3 or 4, and, you should be able to do this, no problem. Here you're going to see I adjust my rings. I'm at the plus 22. I only push it up 6 yards on this one because the APOC is more powerful than the extra mile. You can see here, I'm using a little bit more curl than I did with the extra mile, but this time no great shot. I hit a perfect ball, and we get an even sweeter shot here, leaving us for a very short chip in there. Eagle on hole number 1 is a really, really good opportunity to pick up. All right, that's it as far as that goes. We're going to play this one here, 25% at max. I cannot get this one to fall no matter what I did, and at some point I just had to stop using the tokens. Maybe you can make some tweaks here, but I'm not sure what to do. So this, we might need each other's help on this one. So you're going to notice here, I'm going with half a bar of side spin to the left, combined with 3 bars of top spin. I'm playing underneath the sand bunker here in this type of wind. And I'm going to show you the landing spot that I think is good. So right there, just kind of notice that I'm playing almost directly in the middle of the dark green and light green row. Here is the issue that I am coming up with. I am missing to the right-hand side every single time, no matter what pull angle I use, no matter what I do with the side spin. If I put more side spin to the left, then it's missing to the left by too big of a margin to tweak. So these spin adjustments are good. The speed is great. But again, I keep missing just like that to the right-hand side. The only thing that I could advise you to try to do, and I don't think it's going to work, is add a baby amount of left curl. I think because we have such a big landing spot from where we touch down to where the pin is, that if we add any curl, I think it's going to throw the shot off as well. That's one thing I did not try just because I was like 6, 7 tokens deep. So, hole number 2 is tough. For me, but I've got a ton of other drops, as you saw, to show you. All right, hole number 3, 10% at max. I'm going to play this the same way I've been doing it all tournament. I'm going to play it with the rock just for the accuracy purposes. Great shots here on this hole can really mess you up. So for me, I've been trying to put my rock at the plus 10 yard mark with my blue ring on the rough. Here it looks like I didn't do the plus 10, but that's what I was aiming for. But sometimes I speed myself up. I make my adjustment 10% at max, and then I curl just until, here, I'll show you here what I'm looking at. I curl right here just until my ball is on the right-hand side of that little diagonal triangle. Make sense? So that's how I curl. And then I try to do that and copy that on both my accounts so that if I hit perfect, I have the same landing position, and I try to dial in this Alba here on the second shot. I really like this one. You could even use more top spin. So if you've got a maxed out rock, you could go with full top, full right, and that same drive looks really good. It leaves us for shot number 2, in which we play 20% at max. Now this is very aggressive wind, blowing from left to right. Aggressive in the sense that this is not the angle that we like to drop this shot. It's blowing the opposite way of what we need. Here I'm going with, you can see the spin adjustments here. A couple bars of backspin combined with, a little bit over 2 left. But take a look at this shot, and we got to figure out what we got to do. Like 2 back, 2.5 left, something like that. Notice I'm going to take a normal shot here. I didn't use any curl, and I hit a perfect shot and a perfect ball here, but I miss to the right-hand side. We need to add curl to that shot. Probably want to curl it until the left-hand side of the ball touches the inner wall of the adjustment zone. So that's going to be a tough albatross in that wind angle for sure. Hole number 4. This one I did get, but it's very, very lucky, okay? Again, this is a thing where I was using some practice tokens. You'll see here I'm not even in practice mode. I'm in the real game. And I could not get this thing to fall no matter what I did. But go figure, I got a little lucky here, as whenever it counted, it actually went in the hole. 5 backspin, 3 bars of side spin to the right. That's pretty easy to figure out. The landing spot is also easy to duplicate, as we're going to be, I'll show you here. Okay, so we got the blue ring on the rough, and then look at this weird landing spot. Just like that. You could even take a screenshot of it right there. Right there, as you get a really good look at exactly where I'm aiming. And this was just tweaks after missing it and missing it and missing it. Perfect ball. How about that? It went in dead center. I'll tell you that. I kept missing that one to the left-hand and right-hand side. I couldn't find consistency, but, we'll take it. I'll definitely take it for sure. That's going to take us here to hole number 5. Hole number 5, going to get some headwind here. So 3 bars of top spin combined with 3 bars of side spin to the left. Again, I backed my target up. I'm going to back up to the plus 8 yard mark so that I know I can turn the screen around and give my rings a proper pull. You're going to notice when I adjust for the wind and the elevation, I go right back to the plus 16, which is max distance of my club. I know I have to use just a baby amount of overpower here, combined with half a ball of curl to the left, to make sure that I get out of the way of this sand trap. The 3 top spin played very nice, and we land onto the fairway, giving us a good chance here for the albatross opportunity. Well, I wouldn't say a good chance, but you know what? It's better than clipping that sand and rolling out and going for a long range shot. But here I'm going to play at 10% at max. We got our top spin going. Put the ball guideline past the hole because of the headwind. Really not a whole lot to see here, as I believe on this account I rolled past the cup, I think. I'm not sure which replay I went with because both of them weren't that great. One I went past the cup, the other one I went short of the cup. Looks like this is the short one. Okay. This is the short one, so I tried to apply less top spin based off the miss on my other account. Here we leave it about a green, almost 2 green squares short of the pin, but you know what? We're taking an eagle there, and now we're going to go on here to hole number 6. Hole number 6, We're going to play this one 10%. Five top, 3 bars of side spin to the right. Overall, this is an easy drive as long as you hit perfect. You see the curl there? I curl this ball until the left side of my ball is just almost outside of the full circle. Okay, now the shot you're going to see for shot number 2 did not go into the hole. Now I know on my scorecard that I made the shot, as you saw the eagle. I hit a great ball to the left, a very, very minor great, and the ball went in the hole. So here's what we need to do to fix it. You can play this one 20%. As you can see here, I'm at minimum distance. Make sure you check where you're at on your own club. You're going to use between 1 bar and 1.5 bars of backspin. We want to aim before the fringe on this hole. That's something I talked about in the rookie division a lot. Now you can see here I'm aiming dead center, okay? The shot you're going to see here, I played 15%. So you can do 20% or you can play the same 15%, but I want you to offset left-hand side inside the cup. So your ball guideline would still be in the hole, but it would definitely be on the left-hand side. As you're going to see here, I missed this one by a fraction. So a 20% pull or a 15% pull with the offset to the left-hand side, that ball would drop. All right. Now, we're going to talk about this hole next. So this one, I'm going to show you, what is this replay? So this is real mode. Had a grizzly. Wait a minute here. I don't think. Bear with me. Oh, this is the shot that I missed. I made tweaks off this shot. Okay, well, you'll see what happened here. Notice how I'm not using any curl here. I thought that I had a good line to the hole. But you see that I miss it by about 1 green square. But here's the hole in one. I don't even know how that one got in here. 35% at max. I know that's a heavy adjustment, but we have to use a heavy adjustment on this hole for a couple reasons. One, with the wind angle being the tailwind, crosswind from left to right, if we under adjust it, we do have the possibility of clipping the rough. So here we're going to go with 3 bars of side spin to the right, and that's about 2.7, 2.8 bars of backspin. And I'm trying to find that same landing spot that I had on my other account, and I was just going to add curl to the shot, which you see that I do. So there's a good look at where I'm aiming. That second bounce is just like right at the beginning of the fringe line, as you can see. And we'll flip this camera around. That gives you a good look of where everything's at. Yellow ring on the rough, second bounce right there. This by no means, everybody, is an easy hole-in-one. I feel like sometimes when you shoot a -17, you have to get a little lucky along the way. And this is the hardest part about it, is I was just guessing on the curl. So you're seeing here, I'm moving my curl until the right side of the ball is just breaking that blue adjustment zone plane. So it just breaks it. And what do you know? Like, again, this ball goes in the hole. I get the roll around, so a little bit of luck. But sometimes, you know, in your head, when you guess on what to do, the things just work out. Especially when you've been playing the game for a long time. So, all right, that's that hole. Now we're going to go to this hole. This one, we're going to just have to deal with the headwind and do the best that we can. 6 bars of top spin combined with 2 bars of side spin to the left. Now, you're going to take a note of my aim point here. This is going to be super important because we have to back our target up. You see here, I'm backing all the way up to the +18 because I want to make sure that I can fully pull my rings without going into overpower, or at least a little bit of overpower. Also, take a look at my ball guideline at the top there. I am playing this one just barely in the rough. You see that? This worked out really well on both of my accounts. I put both my accounts at the +18. Again, I figured that out through practice mode. Notice about half a ball of overpower, And then look at all that curl that I'm using. What I'm happy about on this one is I hit a great shot, and the shot still worked out. We zerp past the hole. So the 6 top was good. The overpower was good. And this is fine with me. I'd rather go a little bit long than possibly clip the sand and come up short, okay? I'd rather take this shot all day than clip the sand. That's going to bring us into hole number 9. Hey, real quick, please hit the thumbs up button on the video if you like it, if you like my content. Please subscribe, and again, if you have the means to do so, I go through just a buttload of balls, berserkers, kingmakers, and practice tokens in pro. I don't have a team or anything helping me find shots, not that I would even have the time for that. So if I do a good job for you and you like to tip me like you would your favorite bartender, you can do so. The link to my PayPal is in the comments below, and I cannot even tell you how much I appreciate it and how much it helps me replenish my stock so that I can spend all the time doing this so that you don't have to. The only practice tokens you should have to use after watching me is just to practice your shot or to make small little tweaks and see if they work. Okay, you're going to notice here I pulled 10%. I did not push back up. I went with a controlled overpower. At the end of the day, I don't like this. I want you to change it. I want you to go max top to right, just like me. I do want you to push back up to max and then use some overpower and just slam this ball up the fairway as far as you can. I don't want you to do it to the point, though, to where you're using so much overpower you risk a great left or great right and you end up in the rough. We're not going to do that. This is too long of a par 5. Make sure that you land on the fairway, but do push the drive a little harder. The reason I want you to do that is because take a look at this. You know, we have no chance to pick up an albatross here without some luck. We're just too far away from the hole. The wind is blowing from right to left, so not favorable. You know, we have to worry about this rough patch over here, so I've got to aim way far to the left. I got to make my adjustment for accuracy purposes, and then I have to guess, you know, how much curl do I need to try to get back towards the pin. You know, obviously I'm playing it for an albatross. I'm trying to get close, but here it's not even close. But you know what? We're going to take it. That wraps up the front 9. I'm getting ready to go to dinner with my family. I'll probably play the rest very early tomorrow on a Sunday and get the rest of the content up to you early in the morning tomorrow. Best of luck. Please let me know how you do in the comments. Thanks, everybody.